So, hi, my name is Steve Goldberg, and this morning I had an interesting experience with Wikipedia. So, one of my students is looking at the history of basketball, and I was curious when they started building big basketball stadiums, and so I looked up largest basketball stadium, and when you click on Wikipedia, you get this list, which is interesting that the two biggest stadiums are in the Philippines. Well, two of the three. The Carrier Dome for Syracuse is number 3. I'm not sure this list is totally accurate, but it gave me a chance to talk about imperialism with my U.S. history class. But then I'm in the triangle, and so I was interested that the Dean Smith Center was on the list, where the Tar Heels play, and the Greensboro Coliseum was on the list as well. But sadly, this morning, when I looked at the list, I'm a Dookie, Cameron Indoor Stadium was not on the list. And so I added it. And I put and RTHS Raptors here, and I'm about to take that off so it's not on there. But I wanted my students to see that you can edit Wikipedia, and that Wikipedia is a great resource, but that you should be aware that people can do stuff like that. And interestingly, I had to put a link to Cameron Indoor Stadium here, because that's sort of the format of the other entries in this list. And when you click on Cameron Indoor Stadium, somebody else, hang on, I have to move this a little bit. So somebody else edited this page, and it's true that Cameron Indoor Stadium used to be called Duke Indoor Stadium up to 1972, but it is not true that it was named Hansborough Indoor Stadium from 2005 to 2009. So if you know your UNC basketball, that's when Tyler Hansborough was playing at UNC, and somebody is clearly making the comment that Hansborough owned Duke during those 4 years. But somebody edited Wikipedia to make that change. And if you go back to the list of basketball arenas, you can see I'm signed in as Goldberg History. And if you view the history of this page, you will see that this morning is when I edited this page to add Cameron Indoor Stadium. So if you wanted to compare the version before that, you would see that there was no, if you look through this list here, as you get in the 9,000s, which is where Cameron Indoor Stadium was, this is what it looked like when I, oh, wait, that's the current version, hang on. If we want to see the previous edit, this is what it looked like when I checked it out this morning, and I said, Cameron should be here. And so I added it, but I'm about to take it off. I had 2 points to say to my students about this. So these were the takeaways. Make sure you ask lots of questions, such as what is the largest basketball arena? Don't trust everything you see on Wikipedia. For sure, you should use Wikipedia. Absolutely. It has great starting information about many topics. But be sure that you verify what you read there so that you're not talking about Hansborough Indoor Stadium. And one last thing, we are also looking at Wikipedia because one of my students is learning about the Kentucky Derby. And a really interesting connection to early U.S. history is that Lewis and Clark, Clark's grandson of Lewis and Clark fame, went to England. And he saw horse racing at some place called the Epsom Derby. And then he saw Paris, France, had the French Jockey Club. And so when he came back home to Kentucky, he organized the Louisville Jockey Club. And that is what eventually became the Kentucky Derby. So that's the video. And thanks for watching.